Stress. It's a word that every woman knows all too well. Whether it's the pressure of balancing work and family, the endless to-do lists, or the emotional weight of expectations, stress feels like a constant shadow. And while stress is already hard enough to carry emotionally, there's another challenge it brings. It can stop weight loss in its tracks. For so many women, no matter how disciplined the diet, no matter how consistent the workouts, the scale doesn't move. And one hidden culprit is often stress. In this video, we're going to uncover exactly how stress sabotages women's weight loss efforts and more. Importantly, how to finally fix it naturally. By the end, you'll not only understand why stress feels like an invisible wall between you and your goals, but you'll also have practical, empowering strategies to break through it. Why stress and weight loss are connected. First, let's ask, why does stress even matter for weight loss? Isn't weight loss just about calories in versus calories out? On the surface, yes, but the human body, especially the female body, is far more complex. When you're stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone. In short bursts, it's useful. It helps you survive, gives you energy, and sharpens your focus. But when stress becomes chronic, when cortisol stays high for too long, that's when the trouble begins. High cortisol can slow your metabolism, trigger cravings for sugary and fatty foods, and even signal your body to store fat, particularly around the belly. And here's the kicker, these effects are often stronger in women because of the way female hormones interact with cortisol. So it's not just in your head. Stress really does make weight loss harder, especially for women. Emotional eating. Stress's silent partner. Think about this, how many times have you reached for chocolate chips or ice cream not because you were hungry, but because you were stressed? Emotional eating is one of the biggest side effects of chronic stress. When cortisol rises, it often pushes us to seek comfort foods, especially those high in sugar and fat. These foods activate the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, which temporarily makes you feel better. But the problem is temporary relief comes at a cost. Over time, these extra calories add up, sabotaging weight loss. And because women are often juggling so many responsibilities, the cycle of stress and emotional eating can feel endless. You feel stressed, you eat for comfort, you feel guilty afterward, and that guilt becomes another source of stress. The female body and stress. Here as something fascinating, women's bodies are biologically wired to respond differently to stress than men's. Research shows that women often produce more cortisol than men when facing the same stressful situation. On top of that, estrogen and progesterone interact with cortisol in unique ways, meaning the female body is more sensitive to the negative effects of stress. This is why many women notice weight gain or stubborn fat in the belly area when they raise stressed, even if nothing else in their lifestyle has changed. It's not just about willpower, it's about biology. Your body is literally being instructed by hormones to hold on to fat because it feels like you're in survival mode. Sleep disruption. Stress's side effect. Another way stress sabotages weight loss is by disrupting sleep. When you're anxious or overwhelmed, your sleep quality often suffers. Maybe you lie awake at night thinking about tomorrow's responsibilities, or you wake up at 3 a.m. with your mind racing. Lack of sleep leads to more cortisol, less control over hunger hormones, and stronger cravings the next day. When you don't sleep well, levels of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, rise, while levels of leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, drop. This hormonal imbalance makes you feel hungrier than you really are, pushing you toward overeating. For women already struggling to lose weight, poor sleep caused by stress is like pouring gasoline on the fire. The vicious cycle of stress and weight loss. So here's the big picture. Stress increases cortisol. High cortisol makes you crave unhealthy foods, store belly fat, and struggle with sleep. Poor sleep then raises cortisol even more, creating a vicious cycle that keeps you trapped. No matter how carefully you diet or how many hours you spend exercising, if you don't address stress, progress feels impossible. And for women, this cycle can be even harsher because of hormonal fluctuations throughout the month. During certain phases of the menstrual cycle, stress feels amplified, cravings intensify, and energy levels drop. So if you've ever felt like your body is fighting against you, you're not imagining it, it's real. And stress plays a huge role. How to break free. Natural solutions. Now that we understand how stress works, let's talk about solutions. The good news is that you don't have to accept stress as your permanent weight loss blocker. There are natural, proven ways to calm cortisol, reset your body, and finally see progress. 1. Mindful breathing and relaxation. Simple as it sounds, deep breathing lowers cortisol almost instantly. Just a few minutes a day of slow, intentional breathing can reset your nervous system. Pair it with meditation or calming music, and you'll see an even greater effect. 2. Movement that heals, not just burns. Many women think the harder they push themselves in the gym, the better. But intense exercise can actually raise cortisol if you're already stressed. Instead, balance your routine with stress-reducing movement like yoga, walking in nature, or stretching. These activities calm the nervous system and support fat loss without overwhelming the body. 3. Balanced nutrition for hormones. Eating for stress management isn't just about cutting calories. It's about nourishing your body so hormones can stabilize. Foods rich in magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants like leafy greens, salmon, nuts, and berries help regulate cortisol. At the same time, minimizing processed sugar prevents the blood sugar spikes that worsen stress. 4. Prioritize sleep hygiene. Set a calming bedtime routine, dim the lights, avoid screens, sip herbal tea, and go to bed at the same time each night. Restorative sleep is one of the most powerful weapons against stress. 5. Self-care without guilt. This one is huge, especially for women. So many women put everyone else first: kids, partners, parents, co-workers, and leave no space for themselves. But self-care is not selfish, it's necessary. Whether it's reading a book, taking a warm bath, or simply saying no to extra responsibilities, protecting your peace lowers stress and supports weight loss. And imagine Sarah, a 38-year-old mom of 2. She eats healthy, she goes to the gym 3 times a week, but she can't lose the stubborn 15 pounds around her waist. Every night, she collapses into bed exhausted, but her mind races. So she gets only 5 hours of restless sleep. She snacks late at night to cope with the stress, then wakes up feeling guilty. But when Sarah began focusing on stress, not just calories, things changed. She added 10 minutes of meditation each morning, swapped her late-night scrolling for reading, and replaced emotional snacking with herbal tea. Within weeks, her cravings lessened, she started sleeping better, and finally, the scale began to move. Sarah's story isn't rare. It's proof that stress management is not optional for women's weight loss, it's essential. So far, we've uncovered why stress feels like a hidden enemy to women's weight loss, how cortisol creates a biological trap, and how small daily habits can start to break that cycle. But this is only the beginning. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into advanced strategies for calming stress, restoring balance, and creating lasting results. Because the truth is this, you don't just want to lose weight, you want to feel calm, confident, and in control of your life again. And that journey begins with addressing stress head-on. In the first part of this journey, we uncovered how stress can sabotage women's weight loss efforts through cortisol, cravings, disrupted sleep, and emotional eating. We also began exploring some natural strategies to break free. Now, it's time to go even deeper in this second part. We'll reveal practical tools you can use every single day to manage stress, reset your body, and finally create the lasting weight loss results you've been dreaming of. This isn't about quick fixes or extreme diets. It's about aligning your body and mind so you're no longer fighting yourself. So let's dive into the powerful strategies that every woman needs in her toolbox. Strategy 1. Morning rituals that calm cortisol. The way you start your morning sets the tone for the entire day. If you wake up to a blaring alarm, grab your phone immediately and rush into your tasks. Your stress hormones spike before you've even had breakfast. Instead, create a calming morning ritual. This doesn't have to take hours. Even 5 to 10 minutes of mindful breathing, stretching, journaling, or simply sipping warm water with lemon can help lower cortisol levels. The key is to start your day with intention, not chaos. For women especially, starting the day in a state of calm creates resilience against the stressors that will inevitably appear later on. Think of it like putting on armor before heading into battle. Strategy 2. The power of balanced meals. We've all heard the phrase, "You are what you eat." But when it comes to stress and weight loss, what you eat directly impacts how your body handles stress. Balanced meals, those that include protein, fiber, and healthy fats, stabilize blood sugar, which prevents the energy crashes that trigger stress and cravings. For example, instead of grabbing a muffin and coffee for breakfast, try a smoothie with spinach, berries, almond butter, and a scoop of protein. Instead of eating a processed snack bar, opt for apple slices with peanut butter. These swaps don't just nourish your body, they calm your nervous system and prevent cortisol from spiking unnecessarily. Strategy 3. Movement designed for stress relief. Many women think exercise has to be all out, sweat dripping intensity to count. But if you're already stressed, over-exercising can backfire. High-intensity workouts raise cortisol further, sometimes causing more harm than good. Instead, focus on movement that lowers stress while supporting fat loss. Walking outdoors, gentle yoga, Pilates, or even dancing in your living room can do wonders. The goal is consistency, not punishment. By finding movement that feels joyful instead of exhausting, you'll create a habit you actually stick with and your body will thank you. Strategy 4. Social connections and support. Here's a truth that often gets overlooked. Women thrive in connection. Studies show that social support reduces stress and lowers cortisol. Having a circle of friends, a supportive partner, or even an online community can make a huge difference when stress rises. Instead of turning to food, call a friend, write a message, or share what you're going through. Emotional connection is one of the healthiest ways to lower stress and prevent emotional eating. If you don't currently have that support, consider joining a women's group, fitness class, or online space where women uplift each other. Strategy 5. Mindset shifts that change everything. Stress isn't just about what happens to us, it's also about how we interpret it. Two women can face the same challenge, yet one feels crushed while the other feels motivated. The difference is mindset. Start practicing thought reframing. When you catch yourself saying, "I'll never lose weight," shift it to, "I'm learning to understand my body and treat it better every day." When you think, "I'm so stressed, I can't handle this," try, "I'm capable and I've overcome challenges before." These small shifts reduce the emotional weight of stress over time. They create resilience and help you stay consistent with your healthy habits. The role of self-compassion. One of the biggest mistakes women make on their weight loss journey is being too hard on themselves. Self-criticism doesn't lower stress, it increases it. Every time you beat yourself up for eating a cookie or skipping a workout, you raise cortisol and sabotage your progress. Self-compassion, on the other hand, lowers stress and builds long-term success. Treat yourself the way you'd treat a best friend, with kindness, patience, and encouragement. Remember, progress is not linear, every step counts, even the small ones. How stress management unlocks weight loss. Here's where it all comes together. By managing stress, you're not just feeling calmer, you're literally changing your body's biology. Cortisol levels drop, cravings diminish, sleep improves, hormones rebalance, your body shifts from survival mode into thriving mode, and once you're in that state, weight loss becomes natural, not forced. You're no longer white-knuckling your way through diets or punishing workouts. Instead, your body works with you, not against you. So, if you've been struggling with weight loss, despite doing all the right things, maybe it's not your willpower, maybe it's stress. And the good news is you have the power to change that. Start small. Add one calming ritual to your morning. Swap one processed snack for a nutrient-rich one. Take one evening walk without your phone. These little steps add up. Over time, they transform not only your body but also your entire life. And here's the most important part, you don't have to do this alone. If you're ready to take control of stress, heal your body, and finally see the results you deserve, I invite you to click the link in the description below. There, you'll find a powerful resource designed to help women like you lose weight naturally, without the endless cycle of stress and frustration. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more empowering content. Like this video if it spoke to you. Comment below and share your experiences. Your story might inspire another woman. Share this video with a friend who needs encouragement. And finally, click the link in the description to start your journey toward a calmer, healthier, and more confident you.